Hey y'all, it's me, Niecie Lynn. This is March 7th, 2025. This is Flosstube 266. Wow. Hello, Jonathan. I hope you're having a good morning. I have worked a little tiny bit on everything. I didn't get as much stitching as I want done. Of course, I never do. But we had all the big windstorms this week. And so one night I got home and we didn't have any electricity starting earlier in the day, but I was at school, so I didn't know it. I got home and the garage door wouldn't open. So I went around and used my key, came on in, there was no electricity, and it didn't come on until 10 at night. And of course, James Williams said, well, do you want to go out to eat or something? I said, no, you just get you something on the way home if you don't want to eat a sandwich, because no, I don't want to go out to get something to eat. The wind is blowing like, I don't know, I think it was like 50 miles an hour. Man, no. It was raining that morning, drizzling, so we couldn't take the kids out to the playground. So we just free played in our room with different little centers. Got them things they don't get to play with every day. But then we tried to take them out for a walk, later when it stopped. I was afraid someone was going to end up in Kansas. Vicki, I was going to have to call you to gather up my children up there because it was just insane. It was blowing so hard. Of course, my hair was blowed all crazy, and you can't fix it if there's no light in there. He goes, we have flashlights. I'm going to tell you, that wind makes me mad. It just makes me mad all over. And so I was like, no, sir, really, I do not want to get out. So he comes home with no food. And then at 7 o'clock, he says, well, I guess it's not going to come back on. Come on and run to town with me to get something to eat. Okay. Why? Why? These are things I don't understand. So I went to the dentist Wednesday, lived through that. Y'all know that's always traumatic for me. Lived through it. So I love to get my teeth. I love having my teeth cleaned afterward. I don't love it while I'm there having it done. The sounds and, them all in your mouth. And it's just a lot. It is a lot. And so, I put the glasses on and I put my headphones on. That does help some, but man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like this the whole time. So, but I made it, and my teeth feel fabulous. I used to always tell people when I'd come back to the dentist, yeah, they feel fabulous. Do you want to lick them? I mean, your teeth feel so fabulous when you come back from the dentist. It's just like the most wonderful thing. But getting them to feel fabulous is not the most wonderful thing. I know. James Williams says it's crazy. You can literally do natural childbirth and you get freaked out at the dentist. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. You understand? Yes, because that's right where I'm at. And then y'all excuse me for being a leper. And it's all on my arms and you can't see it. I got in the poison ivy, even though there's nothing green in my yard except the daylily sprouts that are in some of my flower pots. I was cleaning out some of my beds. I guess, I don't know if some branches had blown in there and I missed them, the little hair, because I always look for the little hairy, stems or anything. I didn't notice any vining or anything. So all I can guess is some leaves had blown in or some stems had blown in. I had my gloves on and everything, but I am an insanely allergic freak. So when I noticed it on Tuesday, I looked at it and I said, oh no. And Brittany said, oh, it does look like tiny little poison ivy. So they're just a little tiny. And then I got home that night and then it was on my arm and it was on my leg. And so, the next morning I'm with the doctor, I just had my physical. Can you call me in some steroids or something? And so like they're going back and forth, or, talking to me on the e-chat or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, you got to come in. And I didn't think about it till afterwards. And then I asked the lady when she saw me on Wednesday, I had to run over from school because our school's right next door to my doctor. And so it's faster than to walk over there than it is to try to drive and park. And so she said, yeah, because of the measles, they sent out a memo saying, no tele. They really want us to be very cautious about teledocking, digital seeing anybody for rashes. And so even though you said, had, answered all the questions, in your 67, you got your measles shot at 67, your vaccination. 66 is the break point. If you're, 66 or beyond, you may need a booster. So she said it decided to come down on the side of caution and have you come in and check. She was like, oh no, but that is definitely poison ivy. But it's on my face. How do you get on your face? I mean, literally, I was not rolling my head in. I don't know. But, so there have been a few little missteps this week, but it's okay. I did get some stitching done. The first one, it's in the cover photo. I started stitching on the Mouse King's coat in my Nutcracker, and I wanted to just keep going. It is that purple, and I think it's Purple Majesty, and let's see here. So this is my Twin Peaks Primitives Nutcracker. I got it at StitchCon this summer. I think Pam has finished hers. A couple of other people think have finished hers. Maybe Pam didn't finish hers, but I thought she did. Somebody finished theirs that started it at StitchCon that I saw on their Insta. But that purple in his coats does not do it justice in this picture. It is Purple Majesty and Purple Aster. I'm going to try to pull them out here to the side so y'all can just ooh and all over them. Because one is Purple Aster by Classic Colorworks, and one is Purple Majesty by Weeks. So this one's Purple Majesty by Weeks, and the lighter one is Purple Aster by Classic Colorworks. Both of these, I mean, in pansies, any of your spring stitches, pansies, or any spring flowers, and those two would just be gorgeous. And look at him. Look at him, that coat. Let me see if I can get it to show the colors. It's not picking it up quite as good as it is in real life. Maybe right there, kind of. It is just fabulous. I love, love, love it. I'm kind of a purple fan because it's, close to black. I like dark colors and really saturated colors. And so I started stitching that and I was like, wow, I love it. And with his little gray hand there on his sword, I just think he's fabulous and I cannot wait. So hopefully this week, I thought when I was initially looking at him that I thought I would go down here and do his coat and his breeches and his boots. But I'm thinking now, I love his little face. I may go up and stitch his face first and then go down and do his breeches and his boots. He is just so cute. So, so cute. So on this side, so yes, I jumped over to him because I had started this sword over here, this saber over on this side after I stitched the base of the tree. And so then I just kept on going on the little Mouse King. Whereas I stitched so much on this side, I know y'all are thinking, why didn't you just come over this way and do the Nutcracker? Well, because I don't make any sense. I just do things in kooky ways. But this thing is gorgeous. I am loving it. The only thing I wish I might have done different, now I bought the thread pack. I bought the thread pack at StitchCon with it. The only thing that I thought in aftermath that I might have done different, Patty's watching it and she's thinking she may have to stitch it now. And I think I might have, and I'm gonna flip over here to the color key and show y'all. Okay, here we have, I bought the color pack. So there's all the DMCs and the Classic Color Works and the weeks, right? So the weeks and all that's right here. But see how there's all these different numbers that are completely different, and some of these kind of overlap right over here. So I'm wishing like I wish I would have got where this one is, some of these are kind of the same. Like both of these are blue corn. Right there, if you can see, both of these are blue corn. I wish I would have pulled my DMCs for both of those. Because if you look, one is $37.99 and one is $37.68. I wish I had pulled my DMCs for those and checked and seen if there was enough color variation that I wish I would have switched one of those out. I don't know that it would have made a difference at all, but as I've been stitching and noticed that, I'm thinking, I wonder if I would have pulled that out, if I would have changed some of those up. I don't know if it would have made a hill of beans. I don't know if it would have made any difference at all, but it's got my curiosity up as I've been stitching. So if any of y'all have stitched it with all DMCs or have thought to switch that out, Insta me or email me or something, and because I would be really curious to see if you did see enough of a color variance in that, if you would have changed it. But this thing is so beautiful. This thing's so good. And we have a Twin Peaks share today too that is so cute. Is that one of my giant long hairs on it? Yes, good grief. But I do love, love, love it. I have enjoyed stitching this thing. I really wasn't sure because it is the arch, something about the arch kind of messed with my brain. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that, because you usually stitch in a square or in a full circle. I stitch things in a full circle, but never like in an arch. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that's going to mess up my brain or not. It did not at all. And I have just loved it. I love that every little piece is a little finish. It's been great. This has been great. And like I said, Kimi is still loving her dance school. I think Aria is going to audition for the dance school this year. She'll be old enough that she can audition for the dance school. And so I think she's going to go too. So they may have to share. They may have to share the Nutcracker sampler. They both may be needing it. But I have really enjoyed this. The chart is easy to read. It's big enough to see. I've had no problems with this at all. Not at all. I know even because Christy was talking the other day about some symbols on some of the real super, I don't know if it was one of the pretty lady ones. I don't know which kind of one it was, but the real pretty ladies that are real super detailed. I don't know if it was a Mirabilia or one of the other one, I can't think of the name of this, one of the gorgeous ones, but there's so many little, color variations. And one of the symbols was turned one way and then one of the symbols was turned the other way, but it was the same symbol or something like that. It was very near. And so, and they were very close to each other. They were, I don't know, something. And so she ended up stitching part of something in wrong color and had to pull it out. And so I've had no problems like this with the Twin Peaks charts. They've been great to read, great to see, large enough, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my eyes are not new. And especially this, after I got the shot, yesterday I got the steroid shot and I got the steroid cream. I already take 2 allergy meds every day. And so last night when I was trying to stitch on my Lucy V. Moore, the little 4-side letters, I was going, my eyes were so dry. I had to finally just stop. I was like, Dodo, you got to put this down. You just got to put this down and let it go. You cannot do this right now. Because they were too dry for me to see. It was sad because I really wanted to do some more of my litters, but that didn't happen. And I couldn't hardly stitch. I got out my headlamp and I got out my little magnifier lamp, but with everything black around you, it just didn't work good. It did not work good. So I didn't get much stitching done that day. Sad. Oh, and I've got some fun. I got some Happy Meal, and I got a fun thing to show y'all that I think is so sweet. And so I got something fun to show. Let's see here. I'll put that one on there. Maybe I'll put this one. I'm all over the place, y'all. Just listen to me. I'm rambling. I've been a wreck all week. I've been itchy. I've been all the weird things. This is what the last part of this week. Well, I guess nearly all this week. Okay, this is my We the People. And this is Salty Stitcher. Hello, Christy. This is our We the People Table 24 was our stitch together. Several of y'all have been working on it. G and Ashley, I got to watch them this week. Hey G, hey Ashley. They are We Stitch and We Know Things. They had, oh my gosh, G had made so much progress on this. She's down to her like little box here. She killing it. And Ash had what, 4 finishes? 4 finishes, and one of them is the Barbara Anna Mad Hatter Girl. We're all mad here. Whoa, it is fabulous. So if you have time to catch them, We Stitch and We Know Things. Stunning finishes. I did not get much done, but I nearly got there. I wanted to have this whole thing finished, but I didn't quite make it. And then you see where you have a little bump in your line. That makes you sad. Yike. I nearly made it, but I didn't quite get my whole line done. Boo-hoo. But once I get this line done, I'm gonna move over here and do all my blue and white. Do all my blue and white, and then I'll move down to my front side here of these 4 red-white stripes. And then we'll start moving across. I don't know that I'll finish my back stitch till close to the end. You know, I'm always so afraid it'll catch and pull. I don't know why they aren't any bigger stitches than, because I don't ever do more than over 1 if I can absolutely keep from it. I know sometimes people, you know, you'll run up 2, but I usually try to stop and stop. And you can usually on linen, you can usually stop at the half and stop at the half. So I don't know, it just really makes me nervous. And I can't do, when they have the, like people put on reins on little reindeer or horses and they're like looped down and looped down, that freaks me out. That freaks me out. And I usually end up just stitching mine down because that loopy thing hanging down there, that is just that's catastrophe in my mind. It's just waiting to happen. That's just waiting to catch on something and go, that just messes me up. So I don't know if I really want to go back and get some of those done so we can see how they look. But then there's the other part of me that goes, danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. And I just literally mission abort. It just makes me go like that. So I'm loving this. And now Ashley and G did theirs on a piece of, was it Freedom y'all used? And then they decided they wanted more like blotching on there. So they added some more little red and blue on theirs and then tea-dunked it, I think. So they have a completely different look on theirs. We all didn't use the same fabric. So that's gonna be another fun thing when we stand up there and get somebody to take all our picture with it. And whether we're finished or not, I want us all to stand up and hold it up so you can see on all the different fabrics and see, you know, kind of how it looks as it's on the different background. Because we all didn't stitch on the same, and we all, like Patty did the 1/1 in her words. So hers is gonna look different. G and I did the backstitch letters. And so everybody's is gonna be, and I think Ash did too. I don't think Ash did the 1/1. So everybody's is gonna look, you know, different. So it's gonna be really interesting to see all the different looks of those. So I'm super excited to see how those are going. But I love this thing. And it is available PDF or you can get a hard chart from Christy's website and her Etsy and everything. Or your LNS. Check with your LNS. But you can get it. It is Aida friendly, and the Nutcracker is Aida friendly also. Both of these are Aida friendly. No, you don't have to have any conversion or anything. She does it. Christy has both options in her chart. So you have the backstitch one for the Aida, so you don't have to convert it yourself. And then the Nutcracker is completely Aida friendly, the way it's charted also. So you're safe with those. And somebody, who said this today? Oh, Nanette. Thanks for the reminder to all the Stitchy sisters out there. Aida is beautiful and perfectly fine to stitch on. There is no shame in stitching on Aida. You do not have to stitch on 40 or 56 or 32 or 36. There is no shame. You stitch on what you like, and anybody who is, and I'm gonna say this, anybody who's a nice person will be happy that you're enjoying your stitch. And if they ain't, well, then they missed the assignment. That's what I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. If they ain't, they missed the assignment. Now, I will encourage anybody to try anything new. Try it. If you wanna try something new, try it. And if you don't like it, set that thing down and go back to what you like. There is nothing wrong with that either. Did I lose my little threads out of here? We'll have to find them in a minute. Nope, here they are. This one is great for travel also because it just has the 4 colors, and then I added in my back stitch one, but so it has 4, but it has normally 3 on here. And so I love it for if I'm going somewhere because it doesn't have too much to keep up with. All right, so there's 2. Okay, and oh, and Renee, okay, we're gonna touch on the, she said a family member got divorced before she'd even finished stitching the sampler, and it was a P. Buckley moss, which I love. Our Aunt Judy has some, you know, signed and numbered prints of them, and they're just stunning. And so she hadn't even finished it yet, so she just finished it and put hers and her husband's stuff in there, and I love that. And I thought Carmen was a genius. Carmen Albert said she just stitches like she stitches a piece, and then like however big or little she wants. She stitches a beautiful piece, but she doesn't put anything like their initials or dates or anything like that on it. Nothing to say it's for a wedding. And then she puts, you know, like if she wants to put their invitation on the back or something like this, or, you know, she writes a note on there or whatever, so that the piece can always be used by somebody. So even if neither one of them wants it, they can give it to a neighbor, a friend, their grandma, their sister, whatever. Even if it went to a resale store, somebody would be excited to buy it and put it in their house because it doesn't say anybody's initials or stuff. I love that. Grinlia, I hope I said that right. She just makes a little, like their Christmas ornament with their wedding stuff on it. So it's not a huge piece. It doesn't take forever. And then, but it is personalized for them. And, you know, you'll put up a Christmas tree every year. And then Wendy, I love this because okay, here's my other thing. I am married, divorced, and remarried to the same person. I'm a slow learner, okay? So divorce does happen. I'm not saying it does not. But like I said, nowadays kids get divorced before they even, like I say, you don't even got the wedding certificate in the mail yet, right? But one of her friend stitched her she said a beautiful, let me see the hand. Her friend stitched her a beautiful wedding sampler, and the marriage didn't work out. So she took, and I thought this was so genius because she was able to keep it and still love the love that her friend put in it. She took it out of the frame, and then she was able to fold it where their initials and names and date and stuff was folded under. And then she sewed it into a beautiful project bag that she still uses and that she gets to use. So I love that. That's the thing. Your friend sewed that with love. So if your family member can absolutely keep using it, repurpose this, fold it under. Why couldn't you just fold it under anyway and put it back in the frame, Because you could fold it under the poster board piece under there, the mat board piece. You could fold that piece under and, it would just be not seen. So it would, you could put a mat board on there or whatever you had to do. It might not be absolutely perfect, but you could still use all that work. So yeah, that's the thing, is just don't just chunk it in the trash or send it to the resale shop. Give it back to the person who gave it to you and say, hey, we didn't work out, but we loved that you made this for us and we don't want to trash it. Can you turn it into something else or make it into something else for us or for him or me or like that? So just be very cautious, like I said. And I am a rude, bold person, and I would show up at your house and say, hey, if you ain't, but neither one of y'all using that thing, you need to give it on back. I am that person. Because there is absolutely no shame in my game. I told my sister when they were taking Mom to the rehab, she was so afraid not to go. And I said, girl, you know me. If Mama gets upset and that man's trying to leave and she wants to see you before you go, I will lay down right behind that van. I will lay down on the concrete right behind that man and tell that man he's just going to have to roll that van right over me if he thinks he's leaving. And before the cops can get there, you can get there and you'll get to see Mama and I'll be fine. She was like, you would, wouldn't you? I said, sure would. Sure would. That's just me. So, and Lisa said she was lucky enough that all her wedding sticks. So hey, maybe if you're finna get married, you need to get Lisa Wedman to sew you a sampler because she said all hers have stuck. So she must have some good juju to put on there. I haven't always had the good juju. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And Rexy Opos, yes, we do have to watch our mental safety. Our mental safety these days, we have to do what we can. We got to watch it. And Carla and Christine, yes, that's a saying we always have around here. Because that third monkey trying to get on that ark was giving it all he got, okay? So when you need to be giving it all you got, you need to be thinking about that third monkey. He was working it hard. He was eye jabbing, biting, elbowing, kicking, spitting. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Don't forget the third monkey. Never forget the third monkey. All right, now I got just a tiny bit done on this, but I did get my iPad in here so you can see it. This is I'm so excited that I got to remember to bring my iPad without James Williams being here to throw it to me. Because y'all know for me, it absolutely takes a village. Okay, this is my Love All Around. Oh, and I stinking wish I'd have downloaded Patty's picture. She finished hers and it is adorable. Too, she made hers into a little pin pillow. And she hasn't done the round yet. She finished her little pin pillow. Of course, she finished it and she stitched it and finished it fully in the same weekend. So, because, Patty's magnificent. And she'll be back next week and film her video with all her pictures from their Africa safari. She and Damon are on Africa safari and she's been sending pics, and Catchy and the kids at school are loving her and Damon for sending those fabulous pictures and videos. she has sent lions and giraffes and all these things. A little baby elephant taking a bottle. I mean, the bottle would look like it was twice as big as the calf bottles we use. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but it looked huge to me. Oh, don't scratch it. And so they have just been so excited. So be sure, Patty is stitching with my kitties. She always has beautiful stitching. Quakers, she's working on, is it Autumn Quaker from Rosewood Manor that she's stitching? Right, she's pretty monogamous, but she didn't take that one on her trip. But it is just like crazy beautiful. She's using all the Valdanis on it, and the colors in that thing, you could just pass out. It's gorgeous. So be sure and catch that when she comes back. But this is the finishes on it. This is the finished, and it's from Saltwater Stitcher, Christy. The same one that's We the People. And it's here. So I did get I got this little itty bit more done. I got my pink finished. Well, I may have got some more of this done. I don't know, but I know I finished my pink, I think last night when we were watching a really kind of a scary show. For some reason, I told y'all we've been into these scary Polish shows, and I think we started it last week. Go Ahead, Brother. Was very good, but it was kind of creepy. I mean, they be getting rough over there in Poland. Whoop. Evidently, going Polish is kind of like going Texan. You ain't playing around, okay? It be's getting bad times over there sometimes. Where is my other big board? I guess I have it on this one. I'm missing a big board, I think. I think it is so cute. Surely I will get a finish on this weekend. If not, I'll probably be on here crying next week because I feel like I haven't had a finish in forever. I'm getting really sad about myself. And I have several things I want to start. And that's just irritating. But I'm out of school next week. So I have one day that's Mama's doctor's appointments. And other than that, I think I'm pretty, I don't think I have too much going on. And then on Saturday, Mike and the girls will get here because they're on spring break the next week. And then, so I'll have everybody over for dinner on Saturday. Then we have a few people over for brunch on Sunday morning. And then we have Ezra's birthday party Sunday afternoon. And so then I think we have a zoo day or something on Monday. I'm working on Tuesday, and then the girls and her can kind of just try to decompress after all the travel and party. And then Wednesday, then I'll have a day. That's the day I take Mimi to the doctor, but the girls will probably go with me. Because they like going around, and Mimi loves seeing them. So, and then Thursday they'll fly out for New York. They'll leave here to go to New York. Danny's taking Kimi to some, that's her godfather, to some Broadway plays and stuff. I know that he may be Arias. I'm not sure. I can't ever remember which two got which one. So Justin has 4 nieces and nephews. Yeah, no, cousins. Cousins that are the girls' godparents. And so Danny is working at some architectural firm there in New York, and Kimi's gonna go for her birthday. He's taking her to a Broadway show. So they're flying up there and going to the show with Danny and stuff. And then we'll have Toby, the puppy, while they're gone for 4 days. And then they'll come by here and pick him up, and then they'll head back home. So that'll be fun. I'll get to go on some walks and pick up poop. I never had to pick up poop like when you're actively walking, right? I've always lived in the country where the dog would just dart off, in the woods and poop and come back out, right? And then in my yard, I would pick up poop, but I had that, you know, that scooper thing, like, you know, like you then, you know, then you could just throw it over the fence, you know, out into the woods. So I've never had to, like, you know, put it in a bag. So I'm a little stressed about this. Shell did tell me that you can just tie it on their leash and make them carry it. And I was like, well, thank God for small mercies. So, you know, that helps. Oh, and Vicky did say that she knows another Neva. So that made me happy. So I think that's 4. That's 4 Nevas we found. So I never knew one besides my granny, but now we're up to 4. So yeah, that was exciting. Because I'd heard of other Novas, but never another Neva. And then my other granny was, what she hated her name, Velma Onis. So if you're looking for a really old name, we've got Nova and Neva over here and Velma Onis up for grabs. So I think my other one, I didn't ever meet her. I don't think her name was Lula. Velma Onis, Lula, Nova and Neva. If you're looking for any of those vintage names that are all popular right now, there you go. We didn't recycle any of those, okay? We did not. We did not. I think they would have all probably come up and killed me if we would have used any of those, okay? And I ain't trying to die today. All right, this is the one that I tried to stitch on last night, y'all, and it was sad. This is my Lucy V. Moore. And I got all of this like basically done right here and here, okay? I hadn't got this all caught up on the bottom. So I got across like this, and I wanted to do some more of these letters, and you'll see. I stuck the thread in and started doing it, and it was looking wonky, and I kept blinking, so I just gave up. Sad day. So this one is not Aida friendly at all. This one is not. Love All Around is. So I think today everything but Lucy V. Moore should be Aida friendly. So what I did was I caught this one up out here, and then I went and I was going to stitch some more of my letters here. I started on that H. It wasn't going to happen, Captain. It just was not there. My eyes were too dry. I could not see. It made me so sad. But I think this is such a stinking beauty. I really do. And of course, then when I get this side done, you know, that's what I'm doing for my mama, my daddy, myself, and my sister. And then when you get to this side, look at all that. Somewhere in here, I'm gonna put a star, you know, a badge for my daddy for all the years on the sheriff's department. I'll put a badge in here. And I don't know, I'll probably try to put a book for my mama, because she liked to read always. She still likes to read. Now she just reads the same book over and over. But she likes to look at it, and that's okay. I even brought her a new one, and I noticed she's still going back the same one. That's okay. It makes her happy, and that's all that matters. So I'll put a badge in here somewhere and a book in here somewhere, I think, for my mom and daddy. And I may get Shed of the Little Rooster. I don't know. It just makes me think of some folks in my family, and they're fighting chickens, okay? So I may X-nay that part of our past out, okay? That one makes me a little uncomfortable. I'm much more happy with the peace birds and the little horsey down here, all right? So we may get a star or something in there and let go of that little Because he sure looks, he real colorful down there. So he may go. And there may be some books and badges up in that section right there, okay? But I do love him. I love this thing. Like I said, Patty already finished hers, of course. Patty, my overachiever. She just be rocking along at all times. She goes so fast. But she's so very disciplined. She is. She's so very disciplined. And of course, I'm all over the place like a cuckoo. And she is just, Patty just right as rain. The 2 nights they were sleeping in the tents, because the 2 of the times they're sleeping in the tents for 2 nights. And she said, Damon said, hope we don't get eaten by anything. Of course, Daddy said, because he's been really excited and loving the pictures also. He said, I'd be worried about a snake biting me more than I'd be worried about some eating me. And down here on the back side of it, Damon said, let me tell you what I'm worried about now is we ain't taking no more vacations where we ain't got no air conditioning. No AC is now off the table. That is not a thing anymore. So Damon's days of no AC on the vacay is done. I could understand that. I don't know how humid it is, but I bet it's hot, real hot. And I don't know, I bet I would think there's lots of bugs because you always see them, you know, swishing their little tails like our cows do. You know, they're swishing the flies and stuff off. And I don't know if they have like mosquitoes, I would think. Some kind of something like that. But I know they have those biting flies because you see them on the Wild Kingdom and stuff. Didn't y'all used to love that when y'all were kids watching the Wild Kingdom? I loved watching Wild Kingdom. That was one of my favorites. Okay. Now this is, oh my gosh. Poop. Thought I had this folded just right. I gotta get this other board covered this week, y'all. Must do better. Well, I think I used it anyway. Like maybe I have to cover 2 boards this week. I got all the little leaves done, and on my other bunch of flowers where I'd done the 1 flower and leaf. But I did not get my flowers done. And I've got some spring things I want to start. And Christy's Maya's Butterflies is out, and Ava Allen. She has finished this one that I'm fixing to show. And Ava, if you get a chance, will you shoot me a picture of it? I'm dying to see it. I love when people, and I'm okay with people finishing ahead of me. I know the way I roll. I'm never going to be the first one done. With anything but cards. Now, Susu and I will, like Patty didn't come to cards this week. So Susu and I did her cards, and we just, you know, teamed up on them. And so we got them done. And she got to have her cards to take back because she's trying to open up her new venture, so she was busy. Okay, this is my this is my Dr. Maya Angelou, and it's by Salty Stitcher Designs. I hope that'll stop and focus with me wiggling. It is in PDF or hard copy. And Ava, the new one is called Maya's Butterflies. It is pre-order right now. I don't think it's fully released yet, but it is on pre-order if you want to get a jump start on it. Sorry, y'all. You'd think with all this med, I still wouldn't be choked up. Already finished this once. And my coffee. Trying to not be dried out like a prune. So I put my, I put my grandma's name in. I've got off on the side of one of the charts, and I've kind of started jotting how I'm going to put her birth date in here, and then the date she passed will be over here, and I'll have my papa's initials and hers, and the date they married here. So this week I got all these little leaves done. So this weekend, I'm hoping to put the flowers on here and then do these. If I could get these done in these, and all I would have to do would be the dates and the initials, I'd be super happy, because then, yay. Because then I should have it finished the next week. But I also realized that there are little hearts inside, there are little hearts in here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Well, there's 6 kids, and there's 8 hearts. And 2 of the kids are twins. So, I think I can put, I don't know, I'm trying, so I can, these 4 and 2 or something. So I'm going to use the places of the hearts and maybe the little flowers, but I think the flowers will get, the little tulips here, I think will get in the way of my things here, and there aren't any here. So I'm thinking my hearts here, and I don't know what I'll put here, but I think these will be, maybe I can get everybody in some of these, and then just put hearts in the other 2 spots or something like that. And put get all the kids' initials on there that way. I don't think I can get all the dates, which I guess is not important, but as long as I get all their initials on there, you can always look up the dates, right? Because if I took out these 2 hearts, because this is where I'll need to write Dr. Maya Angelou up here, because then I'm going to put their wedding date down here and their initials, and that leaves me with 6. And I think I can make that work and get all their initials on there, and then have everybody on. So the more I've been thinking about it, I think that will work for me on here. So I'm hoping that works out right. But like I said, I'm jotting over in the margin, trying to get my dates done. Because I just use a pencil and try to figure it out. I know there are probably a million faster ways to do that. I would just not know them. I used to have this software on a laptop that I charted things on sometimes when I made a couple of charts. But I haven't ever, that laptop, I don't know, it got too old to update or something. And so I've never bought one to put on anything else. So that's where it sits. But I have loved this thing. I think it is just going to be beautiful, and it's going to be so much like her, and it's going to make me so happy. I need to, I guess when I finish this one, I'll do a little sampler wall tour, and I'll either take the pictures and bring them and show y'all, and then I guess I'll also post them on Insta, so you can have like stills, like that. But then I think I'll have everybody but, who did I decide the other day? Because I have good old girl, and I have Granny, and I have Mamaw, and I have Mammy, I don't have Chew Mommy, and and I don't have Lula. So Lula, I was like a baby, I think, when she passed. I don't remember knowing her, right? I was little. And To Mommy, I knew for several years, so I have to get hers done. So she's the one, like I said, that one of her ancestors went to Utah when, which one of the Mormon guys left Nacogdoches and all them and went, Nacogdoches, Texas, and went up to Utah. One of her ancestors was with that, or one of her ancestors' sisters, one stayed and one went. And so that's how come we have like a lot of relatives up there on like Ancestry and stuff. And so that's why that's very interesting to us that we ended up with some family members so far up there. And they, Mom had said that, years ago. And then some of them reached out on Ancestry. So to have that, somebody say that was like really, really very interesting. So that was nice. But so I need to get hers done because I do remember her. She was sickly, and Big Daddy brushed her hair and everything. He put her earrings in and brushed her hair every morning and stuff. And basically just took all kinds of care of her because she was sickly. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. Okay. Oh yes, Carol, I would love to know where that card went. And those DMC 22s that traveled the world. That would probably be a grand trip for any of us if we could get on a trip like that. And I have this project bag somewhere that I can't see. That's okay, we'll put it over here for now. All right, and okay, Susan, you have me laughing. She says they're married 40 years now, and she said we always look at each other every year and go, well, we made it another year, we might as well keep on going. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes here. We've made it another year. Okay, S23 Lock 94. I'm gonna ask Patty Penn, or if you watch her on Stitching with My Kitties, she does use her wax a lot. I think is it on her, what kind of her thread? She uses it on a lot. I have some. I do not use it, and you're gonna laugh at why. Because people have sent me beautiful ones, and I don't want to mess them up. They're gorgeous. They're little witch scenes and witch hats and all kind of fun little seasonal ones. And I love them, and so I don't want to mess them up. So that's why I haven't used them. Everybody says they're so good, but I haven't used them because they're so cute. They're too cute to use. So I'm useless. So I know, but I know Patty Penn uses her sometimes, but I can't remember on what kind of thread she uses it on. And Floss Story, there are some great small samplers. You said you were, holding out to start your big ones. But, there's some really cute small ones. And y'all, I just grabbed some things out of the bin I've got over there and throwed some things up here. I told y'all I'd get some. I've got it out in there, but I have not decorated. But I couldn't stand it. I had to throw some up here. I couldn't stand having nothing back there for y'all. Okay, Diane, that is so cold. Y'all are still so cold up there. Montana may be only a summer visit for me, but one of my friends that lived up there, that was her favorite place to live. But now she does like cold weather. She does. Tyke likes cold weather. So, but she said it was the most beautiful place she ever lived in. She would go back there again anytime. Oh yes, and Ava Allen, Kimi turned 10 on her birthday in February. And Catchy, we had a baby registered him for pre-K at our school next year. Pre-K. I'm not ready. I am not ready. Oh, wait, hang on. S23 Lock 94, I don't remember what I was going to ask Patty Penn for you because it was Norma. I was going to ask about the wax. Okay, now I don't know what I was going to ask Patty Penn for you. I'll have to go back and look. I am so sorry. Oh, and Mary Lou had a pet squirrel. She said her daddy shot the mama, and then he found the baby there. And so her mama raised it up, and they had it for many years. And she said her mama used to raise all kind of things. And yes, y'all, that does happen. My family eats squirrels, and It just happens sometimes. You don't, there's a baby there, and then there it is. And you have it. So it just happens. Oh my gosh, y'all, I forgot to do shares. I will try to, I will do it and then just, I don't do this very often, but I'll do it and I'll say something to y'all in the comments, okay? Because I spaced out and completely forgot. I am so sorry. We will talk about new words for these though. And then, what else? Oh, Happy Mail, Happy Mail, Happy Mail. So all these for this week, I'll put in the comments if you were a recipient of the share. Sweet Ruth, she heard me say that I was so excited about going to Shepherd's Bush because I was going to get a stocking. I've always wanted to do one of their stockings. And she even sent pictures of stitched, and I was just impressed. They're beautiful, so beautiful. And she sent me a beautiful 2-page note, which I love. Y'all, these are so cute. And I have been to Hammond. Y'all know Louisiana is I love it there. And you know, it would put me closer to the girls. So if I decide at some point I have to hit a mid place, that's probably going to be my mid place right there. So I may be a neighbor, Ruth. I know now you're going to move, right? She says, no, I've heard about her. House is on the market today. I gotta go. Oh my gosh. One of y'all, oh, that's what you were supposed to, I was gonna say, Patty Penn. She said, S23 like 94 said she did not want to be shut in a room with me. And that's why I'm saying, no, ask Patty Penn. You do not. I am literally a handful. I am like, it's like having a toddler in there. I'm always wound up, and I'm like literally this to this to this to this to this to this to this. I have no linear thinking in my brain. It is not a thing. I think in like bubbles. This connects to this, connects to this, connects to this, and it doesn't go like most people's. It don't go like a train track at all. It literally goes like if you had a starship and you were going from, you know, this planet to this planet to this planet to this planet. They would not be going on a straight line. They would just be going here, 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 here. It's like a butterfly, just going from flower to flower to flower. It don't go in a line. That's me. It's just crazy. But these are the cutest things, y'all. And I didn't realize they have a little story on the back of each one. It is, okay, this is so cute. Shepherd's Bush, and this one's called Slater's Stocking. Look at that. I want to get up close so you can see. Look at all the little things at the bottom. It has a whole little village, and then it has him, and it's like a little elfy guy, little snowman Nordic person-y. And look at that. That is so adorable. I love it. All little sheeps at the bottom. We're still dropping little sheeps up here. So cute. This one is called Charles's Stocking. And it has a little, like a Army cadet guy. And it has all these little add-ons you can put on them. If you want, it has little buttons. And this has the little, like flags, like, you know how flags you can communicate in military flags and stuff. It looks like those across the bottom. So it says Charles up there. I also love how this could be a girl or a boy. You know, you could just put some hair back here because there are little girls that want to be soldiers too. And I love that. I think we should all be living our best life, doing whatever we want to do. And so I absolutely love that. You know, and then if at age whatever she decides she wants to be a supermodel, go dog go, man. You do what you want. But when she's little, if she wants to be a soldier, that's great. Keely always said he wanted to be a soldier when he was little, and he was saying Army man's. We always knew he couldn't because he can't hear in one ear. He had so many bad ear infections, he could not hear. So, you know, you don't say anything when they're little, but he wanted to be an Army man's. And It just was never going to happen. But this thing is so cute. And she talks about one of her grandsons talking about nothing else. And like she says also, you could absolutely stitch it for a grown-up. I love it. It is so beautiful. The thing is, it's intricate without being confetti. This is the thing when I'm looking at these. These are intricate stitches. They're very intricate designs. I feel like it's very interesting to look at. But there's no confetti stitching. I have opened it up and looked inside, and I'm like, these are very interesting and intricate to look at. You can keep looking at them. I've looked at these like 15 times. But I have looked at the pattern over and over. There is no confetti in here. And I find that fascinating. Absolutely no confetti. So this is shocking to me. And this one, I think, this one may be my favorite. Oliver's Stocking. And she said it was her grandma's favorite song, Good King Wenceslas. Isn't that adorable? Look at that little town down there. Most of them, it says, are stitched on 18 count natural linen. So if you stitch over 2, that's what they're 9 count. So that's why they are large. So it's big enough really to put toys or whatever in there. It is really a, real size stocking. You could put stuff in there. It is so cute. But I'm thinking, look, if you did like this one, and I'm sure people do this all the time, but if you did this one here and took out the foot part, you could put Charles's name here and then just put his date of birth under it. I'm sure people do this all the time because this thing is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, some of them are Christmassy looking, but there is some that absolutely are not. And this one absolutely is not. So you can 100% keep using that. Now, these are some I have in my stash, so they'll be shares later because I love these and have not got them stitched. Lizzie Kate, the socks and underwear one. When you stop believing, you get socks and underwear. That's what I always tell my kids. When you stop believing, Santa quit showing up, okay? I'm just telling you. If you don't believe in him, why should he come? And then for all the believers, Santa's got the goods. He always does. And these little kitty cats. I think I have these or something similar from Britter Cups. It's Christmas ornaments. It says CP42. So cute. Look at those. So precious, kitties and puppies. And this is Hello Winter. And I stinking love this one. I have the Hello Spring, but I don't think I have the Hello Winter. So cute. Look at that with that cardinal. Patty and I are always a sucker for a cardinal. Look at that. Love it, love it. So thank you so much, Ruth. And my mail has gone out this week, so I hope people should have maybe received them or start receiving them now. And y'all, I'm looking in this mirror, right? I've been looking for this dang sweater all week. Did I take this off while I was filming last week? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay, so these I'm gonna do, and who else have I not heard from? Okay, I'm gonna say these again because I haven't heard from these. Keith Susan Stone 2777. Paula P 1237. Britches Get Stitches. I love that. Bailey Beans 1. And if you sent it to me, maybe it went to my spam or something, or So shoot me a note back. I'll draw these and put them in the, I'll contact you on, I don't do that very often because the spam people do it a lot and it makes me angry. But we'll have to do it today. Okay, shares this week. So like I said, for a share, just subscribe and like, and then use the keyword. This one I have, and a bunch of y'all must stitch some of these because they come in again and again, and I have them in my stash already. So they must be super popular. The Winsome Well by Artful Offerings. I think this thing is adorable. Use the word, and y'all will laugh when I say whale. Some of y'all probably say whale or something like that. Whale? Whale. This one I also have in my stash. This one, and it comes in a lot because y'all have already stitched it, and it is so beautiful. And I've got to get mine stitched, but someday. This is Lindy Stitches. I've got to put, I need to put Artful Offerings up here. LS, if I could write. We're gonna do Blessings. Use Blessings on this one. So, Blessings right here. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that thing is just stunning. Okay, this one is funny. And I thought about grabbing this one because Diane and somebody else talked about how cold it was and that they were still having snow. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to grab these little guys out. They are Carol Manning designs. And use the word snow. This is going to make some interesting comments. They're all over the place. This is so cute. The winter snow gnomes. Some of y'all still buried up there. And I was like, oh, I'm going to grab that guy because some of y'all still got it going on. And then we're going to think ahead to warmer days in the summer. And we've got Waxing Moons. What is it called? A USA crock. So we're just going to use the word USA. That's not a word, but use USA. You know what? That's going to be hard. Okay, it's okay. We'll just use USA. All right, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to try to get this thing uploaded. And then I'm going to do the drawing real quick, and I will just put it down in the comments after it uploads, okay? So y'all have a happy Friday, a great weekend, and enjoy your stitches. Bye.